friends, and welcome back to the final part of preparation demonstration of hot stones. We're on cleanup now. I find it best and easiest to get rid of cleaning up your stone basin as quickly as possible. And since this is the larger basin, I will show you how to quickly and easily do it. It doesn't take a lot of thought or anything. So you just want some kind of cleaner. The spray like this is very nice. It's also easy to spray on the head of your scrub brush. Add a little bit of water. Drain it off. And then you're just going to scrub all around. Even the bottom of the basin and around the sides of it like that. Do a really good job cutting through all the oil, dead skin cells, and any other kind of nastiness that we want to clean up. Even get the sides of the lip of the basin. Set it off to the side, your scrub brush, and do a good mix. I like to start by rinsing the lip. Turning it around. Continuing that rinse. Water off. Now you'll notice I already have towels set up. You'll want to take the wettest of your two towels and use it as your placemat for things to sit and kind of dry on. I like to start with the basin face down so that it can dry onto that towel. And then the dry of your two towels, usually the one that the spoons were sitting on that you used as your placement for your spoons during the service, can be used as you're drying. And you just want to work all the way around, getting into that under part of the lid, getting it nice and dry. And then flip it over. Getting a really good dry is important in extending the life of your stone warmer and its basin and protecting it. Not as important as drying the stones for storage, but still an important step. Now, on occasion, you can also use an alcohol wipe to, like if you haven't used your stone warmer in a few months or longer, you can use an alcohol wipe to disinfect, clean up without having to do a full scrub. I recommend doing that about once a quarter, so every 3 months or so. You can also do the same thing on the inside of the basin, the actual, not the removable basin, but the actual stone warmer itself, just to wipe in all of the surface inside the actual heating element. So you have the removable basin that you can clean if you double dip, and you have the stone warmer that you can just wipe every so often with an alcohol wipe. Make sure everything gets good and dry, and you're good to go. All right? On to cleaning the stones. So the plastic tub or bucket makes it super easy for cleanup. All you've got to do is spray some soap in. You could also use just the kind of soap that you pour directly. In fact, I kind of like that a little bit better for your scrub brush. Get some nice good suds and bubbles going on. This keeps everything from running away from you. I just like to get the pet fish net a little bit soapy. You could scrub like the handle a little bit. Get all the oil off. Your thermometer. I do a nice scrub of the temperature readout as well as a nice scrub around the most important, be sure and scrub your spoon handle from where you had all the oil and client skin cells all over it. Nice good scrub. Alright, and then scrubbing the stones, fairly self-explanatory. Each side, I used to do each side twice before I set it aside to rinse. There isn't always time for that, especially if you're working with a lot of stones. Usually, just twice will do. One on each side of the stone. The stone is excessively bulbous or has an interesting shape to it. Be sure and get around the edge as well. But just a nice good lather on both surfaces of the stone will suffice. Do an appropriate job of cleaning your stones. We're just building a little pile of stones to be rinsed later. Onto the toe stones, you kind of have to cup them in one hand and do a nice little scrub on each side for each toe stone. Depending on the stiffness of your brush's bristles, you will do a good job of exfoliating your hands during the cleanup of the toe stones. But important, sometimes you can hold the toe stones between your finger pads like that, or just cup it between your hands, and nice little circular motions like you're brushing your teeth. I also, when I'm finished with the bucket, do a nice little scrub on it. And then you're ready to rinse. Set your brush off to the side and rinse everything. You want to do a good job so that you don't risk losing those toe stones. I've set them off to the side with a few barriers between the toe stones and the sink's drain. Just like we did with the stone warmer basin. I'm going to turn that tub upside down. Nice and dry for storage. And then it's time to start rinsing the stones. Your instruments, your equipment. It's so important to clean that spoon because it will get oily and nasty. Usually just a good kind of massage of that pet fish net will do a good job of getting all the soap out of it. Finally, your toe stones. Gather about 4 at a time, hold them in your hand and just kind of tumble them. And then drying for storage, very important. Be sure your stones are completely dry and ready for storage. And all of this took us about 10 minutes from start to finish. Now obviously if you're working with more stones, it's going to take a considerable more amount of time. But if you're not double dipping, you don't always have to wash the large stone warmer basin that removes. Try the toe stones. Finally, do a nice good rinse. Get all the soap off of your scrub brush, because it will be going into storage too. Then a nice good flick to try and help dry it. And there you have it.